There's nothing that needs to be done right now. So see if you can just breathe a sigh of relief and allow yourself this time, this space, to become aware of the inner body. The only way to become more aware of the inner body is to become a little less aware of what's going on outside of the body. So see if you can feel that shift as you bring all of your awareness to the sensation in the belly, in the heart space. When you open your eyes, see if you can find a really soft and loving gaze. And hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And just start to move however it feels good. Maybe rocking around a little bit. Starting to wake up the spine. And when you're ready, we'll rock it up to a seat. All right, maybe you're bringing one foot up into your lap, or maybe both if you're working on that. Ground down through the sit bones. Lift the shoulders up a little further. Draw them back. Open the heart as you let them settle down into the back. Now let's just bring the back of the hands onto the knees and the thumb and the middle finger together to touch lightly, gently straightening into the arms. We're going to do a little breath of fire. So we're just going to snap the belly in and up and abruptly exhale through the nose over and over. The inhale will just happen on its own. If you focus on the inhale and the exhale, that's kind of like hyperventilating. So you just want to do the exhale, exhale, exhale. Notice if you start to bring tension into your jaw and shoulders and keep softening more and more. Ten more. Try to get every bit of air out with each one. Pick up the pace just a little bit. And then empty all the air. Inhale the arms up overhead. So feel this energy like you're holding a little ball between the hands. Feel this energy between your hands. Lift the heart a little bit more. Soften the shoulders down a little bit more. And now see if you can just pour this energy right over your head, down the heart, the shoulders, and bring your hands down into your lap. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, soften through the shoulders. Come into this moment just a little more fully by becoming less aware of your surroundings or of your to-do list. All right, we're just going to straighten the legs out in front. They don't have to be straight, but just bring them out in front and start to slowly walk your hands forward. Don't worry too much about keeping your spine long or your legs long and straight. Just a really gentle fold here. Point your toes and then flex the toes back towards the face. Do that a couple times if it feels good. Just start to wake things up. Maybe roll the shoulders a little bit. Now bring the hands back behind you, fingers pointed towards you, root into the hands, lift up through the heart. Maybe you want to drop the head back. So press into the hands more. Imagine you could broaden the collarbone as the heart lifts up and the shoulders soften a little bit more. Now let the head fall heavy in the front. Keep rooting into the hands and lifting the heart. Keep softening to let the head fall a little more. Now bring the feet flat on the ground and lift the hips up, reverse tabletop. Lift the right foot up and start to circle that ankle. Keep the hips lifting, keep the breath deep and slow, switch directions. And lower the right foot, lift the left foot and circle it out. And switch directions. Lower the feet, lower the hips, bring the eyes into the knees and hug yourself. See if you can massage that space behind the eyes a little bit. Soften the shoulders down. And then we'll rock forward and back a couple times. Maybe toes touch the ground behind your head. When you're ready, we'll rock it all the way up to standing. Bring your feet together or hip width distance apart and press down into the feet. Become that tree, rooting down into the ground to rise up tall. Don't forget to soften on each exhale, holding on to each breath. Now step your feet just a little bit wider and just start to twist from side to side. Let your arms be like dead weight. Waking up the spine. Be getting a little more momentum. Then slowly come back to stillness in the center. Now we're just gonna stretch out our toes here, bending the toes backwards and kind of circling out on the mat here. Switch directions. And then plant the right foot. Left foot circles around. And switch directions. All right, press down into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Feel that little ball of energy between the hands as you lift a little higher. And then bring the hands to the heart. Hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, and fold forward. Inhale, lift yourself up halfway, lengthen the spine all the way. And then exhale, fold. Keep your head heavy, shake it out a little bit. And then walk your hands over to the right, maybe even back behind you just a little bit. Walk it back through center and over to the left, maybe back behind. Make sure the head's still heavy. Slowly come back to center. Inhale, lift up halfway. Press your hands into your shins and really shine the heart forward. Broaden the collarbone. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Rock a little weight forward, pressing into the fingers and knuckles more. And see how exerting more energy actually becomes easier in this pose. So instead of kind of just letting everything sag a little bit, becoming really stiff and activated, pressing yourself away from the mat. So you're pressing through the hands to lift that space between the shoulders a little more, lifting the quads up off the knees. You're finding a little more length from heels to crown, and it actually makes you feel a little bit lighter. Now rock forward, lower the knees, and then the chest, and then the chin, untuck the toes. Reach the hands forward, straightening the arms, lift the head up, soften the shoulders down, and then lift the feet up. Now draw two lines from your right hand to your right foot, from your left hand to your left foot, and feel these nice long lines of energy. Feel the same distance between your hands and feet. As you reach the toes back a little more, see if you can lift a little higher. Breathe into the low back. If you feel safe here, maybe you lift the hands up to becoming a little bit longer and a little bit lighter as you lift up a little more, softening the traps on the exhale. And release, hands on your shoulders. Press it back, child's pose. Curl the toes and lift it up. Downward facing dog. Take your time. Move around a little bit if you like. Now draw those lines again from the right hand up to the right sit bone and left hand to left sit bone. And feel as you press the hands down, you're pressing the sit bones up and back. Feel this spreading of the sit bones. Kind of like really pressing that booty up to that top back corner. It's kind of a really, what do we say, personal move here. The knees are bent and you're kind of asking for it. You're kind of pushing that booty up, spreading it out to create that little bit more length in the spine, and then sinking into the heels and softening through the traps. Now feel those lines from right hand to right sit bone and left hand to left sit bone continue down the legs. So imagine that same energy that the hands are pressing into the mat, bringing the sit bones up and back, that same energy traveling down the legs to lower the heels down. Use each exhale to see what you can let go of. And then slowly lift the right foot up, keeping those lines traced. So the arms are still straight and strong, the head is still heavy. Both feet are pressing back evenly, all the way from that pressure into the hands. Come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and step it all the way through. All right, inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Press the knee forward a little more. Keep the heart lifted, draw the elbows towards each other behind you, and slowly lower the left knee down. Untuck the toes. Lower the hands to frame the foot. Draw the toes back towards the face like half splits. Stay with this breath. Come back to that place where there is no future. There is no past. Only this moment. Lower the right foot. Inhale the arms up. Turn and twist to the right. Now keep peeling the right shoulder back. Bring your right hand to your low back and peel that right shoulder back one more time. Hook your left elbow outside the knee for leverage and peel that right shoulder back even more. Reach the right hand straight back towards the mat behind you and then roll it up towards the ceiling and keep it drawing back as the right hand comes down to set right on top of the left. Now press that right hand down into the left and press the elbow against the knee to roll the right shoulder back and open the heart. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, soften into that space you just created. Keep pressing the right knee forward, still finding that left hip flexor opening, but also finding that twist in the spine. Lower the hands back down to frame the foot. Draw the toes back one more time like half splits. Maybe the right heel works itself a little further forward. Lower the right foot down, step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. See if you can make these moves really dramatic, almost like a play or a dance. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart. Diving all the way in, folding a little deeper. Let that inhale be dramatic too. Lift the heart, blossom it forward. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down, all the way down to the belly. All right, straighten the arms out in front, lift the head, soften the shoulders, reach back through the toes and lift the feet up. So press into the hands and lift the feet a little higher. If it feels all right, lift the hands up. Become a little longer and a little lighter as you lift up one more time. And then lower the hands and feet. Now bring the hands in about 6 or 8 inches, but keeping them out in front. And then slowly start to lift the elbows up and lift the heart, look forward. Maybe you look up and reach up through the chin. See if you can soften through the low back, the belly, glutes. Now let the head fall heavy in the front. Feel the weight of the head helping to open things up here. And then slowly lower down, bring your hands under your shoulders, curl your toes under, lift your knees and quads. Now really rock your weight forward into the hands. It'll make it easier to press up into that push-up. And then lift up, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, blossom the booty, find that length in the spine. At the same time you sink into the heels, soften the shoulders out of the ears, broadening the back. Trace those two lines. Keep them both active as the left heel lifts up and back. Press into the hands evenly. Feel the heels pressing out evenly. Come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, crescent lunge. Heart stays lifted, elbows draw towards each other behind you as you lower the right knee all the way down. Untuck the toes. Frame the foot with the hands, draw the toes back, half splits. See if you can stay with this breath a little longer, like this moment and this breath were all you really had. Lower that foot down, inhale the arms up, turn and twist to the left. Put that right elbow outside the knee to keep rolling the left shoulder back. And then reach the left hand straight up. And then place the left hand on top of the right and press it down to roll that left shoulder back, twisting the heart towards the thumbs. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Using the exhale to soften, find that right hip flexor. See if you can sink in there a little bit more. Use this exhale to soften through the traps, the shoulders, the jaw. Lower your hands back to frame the foot. Draw the toes back, half splits. Maybe left heel slides forward just a little bit. All right, slide the foot back till it's right under the knee. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. All right, rooting down like that tree, rising up. Using the exhale to soften. Using this moment to come into the body a little bit more fully with this breath. Okay, hug the right knee in and up, nice and tight, high as you can. Then bring the right elbow inside the knee, grab the big toe, peace sign fingers, and kick through the heel. Left hand can reach out to the side or come onto the hip. Kick a little harder, lift up through the heart. Find that equal energy through both feet, through both legs. See where you can soften on the exhale. If you feel balanced, bring that leg out to the right. Kick through the heel a little more. If you feel balanced, gaze out over the left shoulder. Slowly come back to center, keep kicking through the heel. Lower your head down towards the knee. Slowly come back up. Keep the foot lifted, release your grip, point your toe. Lift the leg a little higher. Pull the belly in, now point and flex. Point and flex one more time. Now we're going to bring the right heel up into the center line, cupping the toes with the left fingers. Bring the right hand to the heart. Still like that tree, rooting down to rise up. Using your exhale to soften. Scoop the hips forward, let the knee fall back. Maybe reach around for that big toe if you like, or grabbing onto the elbow. And then again, hips scoop forward, knee falls back, root to rise. Stay with this breath. Find that soft, loving gaze. See if you can let something go with this exhale. All right, inhale, lift the knee high, reach the arms high, cartwheel hands down, shoot the leg high like standing splits, and then step the left foot outside step the right foot outside the left so your pinky toes can touch. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold, head is heavy. Maybe you walk it over to either side, or maybe you stay right here. Stay with this breath just a little bit longer. Now slowly come back up to standing splits, reaching the right foot high. Now slowly hop the left foot back to three-legged dog, coming back to the back of the mat, and then inhale, ripple forward into three-legged plank, making a nice long line of energy from your right toe to your crown. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Shoot it back, three-legged plank, and then lower the right foot down. Rock forward, lower down, chaturanga. Bend your knees, blossom the booty, find that length in the spine, and then sink into the heels as the shoulders soften out of the ears. Shift your gaze up between your hands, bend your knees, walk or hop it up there. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Now, bring the back of your hands onto the mat so you can stretch the wrists a little. You might have to bend the knees to find this stretch in the wrists. Let your head stay heavy, maybe shake it out. Soften through the traps. And then slowly roll it up, pressing into your feet. Heart lifts, inhale, arms up. Grab that ball of energy between your hands, feel it. Bring it down to your heart. Lower your hands by your sides. Press down into the feet. Lift the left knee up high as you can. Bring that left arm inside the knee, grab that big toe and kick. Right hand can help with balance. Lift the heart up. If and when you feel steady, drag it out to the left. Keep kicking through the heel. If and when you feel steady, draw the right shoulder back, gaze out over it. Slowly come back to center. Keep kicking hard as the head lowers down towards the leg. Slowly come back up. Keep your foot lifted. Release your grip. Point your toe. Lift your leg a little higher. Pull your belly in. And point. And flex. And point. And flex. One more time. And then bring that heel into the center line, cupping the toes with the fingers. Let the knee fall. Bring the left hand to the heart. And root down to rise up. Use this exhale to soften. Lift that knee high, reach the hands high, cartwheel hands down, shoot the leg up, standing splits, and then step the left foot outside the right. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, shake the head a little bit, stay right here or walk it over to either side, both sides. The left foot back up high, and then hop it back like three-legged dog. Come up on the tippy toes. Roll forward into three-legged plank. Find a little more length from your big toe to your crown. Bring your left knee to your left shoulder. Shoot it back, three-legged plank. And then lower the left foot down. Slowly walk or slide the feet back, forearm plank. Lift those quads up, lengthen out. Soften through the shoulders, the traps. Find your breath, find your strength. Start to rock forward and back. Now slowly walk the feet in, let the booty go up like dolphin. Keep softening the traps away from the ears. And then slowly lower down to the knees, take a little child's pose. Reach the arms back by the sides with the palms facing up. Let the center of the forehead rest. Slow the breath. Come back to that place where only this moment exists. When you're ready, slowly come back up, downward facing dog. Draw those lines. Press the hands down, lift the sit bones up and back, spread the sit bones, open things up. The whole back side of your body is opening up, lengthening out. We're still softening, letting go on each exhale. Keep those lines strong as the right foot lifts up. Come up on the tippy toes. Roll it forward into three-legged plank. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. See if you can keep the right foot lifted. Peel the right hand up. Side plank with the right foot lifted. Keep the foot lifted. Lower the hand back down. Walk the hands back to standing splits. Lifting the right foot a little higher, letting the head fall into that fold just a little bit more. Slowly come to standing, bring the right knee with you, hug it in and up as high as you can. And then cross that right knee over the left. Maybe the toes wrap all the way around. Soften that standing ankle, standing knee, sink in a little more. Once you feel steady, arms out to the side, right arm under left. See if you can get those palms to touch. Draw the elbows out and up. Soften the shoulders down the back, pull the belly in. And that soft, loving gaze. And slowly release. Step the right foot down. Press down into the feet. Lift up through the heart. Soften the shoulders down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. Draw those lines right away, let your head fall heavy. Keep those lines as the left foot lifts, come up on the toes. Roll forward into three-legged plank. Keep the foot lifted, roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Peel the left hand up, side plank. See if you can keep the left foot lifted as you plant the left hand back down and walk the hands back to standing splits. Head drops heavy, foot lifts a little higher. Belly is out of the way, fold a little deeper. Slowly come to standing, bring the left knee with you, hug it in and up. And then cross it over. Sink in a little bit. When you feel steady, arms out to the sides, left arm under right. See if you can let go of something through the shoulders right here with this breath. And slowly release. Press down into the feet. Grow a little taller. Grow a little softer. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Hinge at the hips. Dive in. Fold forward. Empty out. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward into plank. Now rock forward onto your toes and slowly lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. Reach your hands forward, straightening into the arms. Lift the head a little bit. Soften the shoulders a little bit. Lift the feet. Reach back through the toes. Lift the feet a little higher. If you feel okay, lift the arms too. All right, lengthen and lift. Soften. Let go. Lower the hands back down. Lower the feet down. Now, we'll just lift the right foot and the left hand up. The other hand and foot can root down into the mat. Now lengthen from the right toe to the fingertips. Keep softening through the neck and shoulders. Lift a little higher. Maybe you reach the left hand back and try to grab that right foot. You can grab it anywhere you like, and then kick up into the hand. Keep trying to draw the right shoulder back so the shoulders can still be square to the front. You can keep rooting down into that right hand and left foot, or you can try lifting them too, but only if you can keep kicking and keep your core engaged. If that's not happening, then lower that hand and that foot back down and just keep kicking into the hand. One more breath. Okay, now keep a hold of the foot, but relax everything down. And then just reach back and grab the foot with the right hand and see if you can squeeze that heel in a little more. Chin is resting or forehead is resting. Whatever feels more comfortable. Left arm is back beside you with the palm facing up. Chin might feel a little more comfortable, chin on the ground. Squeeze that heel in a little bit closer and let something go. Let something go through the neck and the shoulders. Soften there. Now, if you really want to let something go, keep squeezing the heel towards the glute and kicking into the hand, but also trying to lift the knee up off the ground a little bit, creating some resistance and letting it go at the same time. And then just keep a hold and soften everything to relax into it for one more breath. Now really, really slowly float those toes down to the ground. Turn the toes in towards each other. Let the heels fall open. Soften through the legs. Feel this little wave of relaxation from the glutes, down the hamstrings, down the calves. All right, arms reach forward. Head lifts up a little bit. This time, the left foot and the right hand lift. Back of the neck stays long, lengthen out. Lift a little higher, maybe rooting down into that right foot and left hand. And then maybe you reach back and grab that foot. Keep rooting down into the right foot and left hand. Kick up into the hand. If and when you feel ready, that right foot and left hand can lift up too. But if the core doesn't remain activated there, then lower that hand and foot back down. Keep kicking into your hand. Keep softening on the exhale. And slowly lower down. Reach back with the left hand to grab that foot. Relax the right arm by the side, palm facing up. Squeeze that heel in towards the glute. Chin is on the mat. Relax your shoulders. Stay with this breath. If you want more, find that resistance, kicking into your hand and maybe lifting the knee up off the ground a little bit. Maybe taking turns, finding that resistance and then softening into it, letting it go. Really slowly, those toes float down. Turn the toes in, let the heels fall open. Find that wave of relaxation come down the legs, letting something go. All right, we're going to slowly make our way back to standing. Maybe you press it up through plank and come back to downward facing dog. Then maybe you bend your knees, shift your gaze, and hop to the front. Come up any way you like. Press into the feet, grow a little taller. Use your exhale, soften, let go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step your right foot out to the right, making a nice big stance, wide leg forward fold here. Turn your toes in, reach out through the fingers. Hinge at the hips, lead with the heart. Once you let your head get heavy, interlace the fingers behind you and reach the arms up and overhead. Rock a little weight into the balls of the feet and try to pull your head a little closer to the ground. Soften the shoulders out of the ears, but keep those arms pulling up and over. Slowly lower the hands to the ground and then walk them out in front like a wide leg downward facing dog. Let your head fall heavy. And again, blossoming the booty, spreading things out back there, bending the knees, and then spreading things out to lengthen the spine and sinking into the heels, softening through the shoulders, pressing into the hands to lift those sit bones up and back one more time, maybe melting the elbows down towards the ground. Slowly walk the hands back under the shoulders. And then walk the hands to the left foot. Turn all your toes to face forward. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale to lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Stand up. Find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Open it out to the left now. Take that step back, turn the toes in, reach the arms straight out to the sides. And now really reach out through the fingers, but keep softening the shoulders down. Feel the quads lift off the knees. And now dive forward. Lead with the heart, hinge at the hips. Plant your right hand down on the mat. Peel your left hand up. Let the gaze follow. Rock some weight into the balls of the feet. Twist that left shoulder back. Maybe you bring the back of the hand to the small of the back, or reach for that right hip and peel the left shoulder back one more time. Let something go. Slowly lower the left hand down, peel the right hand up, let the gaze follow. Rock the weight to the balls of the feet, lift the quads up, roll that right shoulder back. Maybe wrap the hand back there or grab that hip. Slowly release the right hand down. Walk the hands to the right foot, turn all your toes to face forward. Step the right foot back to plank. Rock forward onto your toes, slowly lower all the way down. All right, now bend your knees, grab your ankles from the outside, and maybe you just stay right here, pulling the heels in towards the glutes. That's enough. Maybe you find more of a stretch there. Maybe you create that resistance Kicking into the hands and starting to slightly lift the knees. Or maybe you're gonna really kick up and back, lifting your heart up off the mat. Whichever feels better here. Whichever feels like it's opening those hip flexors more. Take your breath there. Let this be the day where you allow them to soften a little bit more. Instead of just going through the motions of the stretch, feel this breath unwinding some of that tension. Really slowly, the toes float down to the ground. Right arm reaches straight out to the side. Right ear plants all the way down flat. Left hand in front of the face. Left elbow points up at the ceiling. Roll to the right side. Bring the left foot flat on the ground somewhere behind that right knee. And start to open that right shoulder. So a lot of times, the way we talk or the way we think about things attaches us to those thoughts. People say, I am tense. And you might not really mean it, that you think you are that tension, but when we say it and think it, we're identifying with it. And then it's no wonder we don't want to let it go, because if you are that tension and you let it go, then what? And where are you? So see if when that tension comes up, you can look at it a little differently and not attach to it. You can just be aware that it's there. And just as aware that you can release it. Use this breath to release some of that tension. You don't need it. Hey, shush. No, you guys aren't going to do this. No. He's across the street and you're not going to bark at him. You're not going to bark at him. It's a UPS guy. You know he'll bring you treats and it's okay. All right, let this breathe the breath you've been waiting for and let something go right here. Feel something happen here. The magic. Slowly come back. Bring the right arm back in. Extend the left arm out. Plant the left ear down. Plant the right palm in front of the face. Roll to the left side. Right foot comes flat. Start to open that shoulder. See if you can stay with this breath just a little bit longer. Chevy and Chip are just fixated, staring out the window because the UPS man's across the street. And they're convinced he's not going to come over here and give them treats. But they're being good and they're not barking about it. They're staring at the little hole in the blind. All right, last chance to let something go. And slowly release, come onto the belly, bring that arm back in. And then just roll over onto the back and hug the knees into the chest. Maybe find a happy baby. I wish you could see Chevy right now. He's hilarious. I'll give you a treat if he doesn't come, Chevy. Maybe you grab the big toes with those peace sign fingers and straighten the legs out to the side for a couple breaths. Keep the chin slightly tucked and the shoulders softening down towards the ground. Maybe from here you can roll up to a seat and try to find balance here, keeping a hold of the toes, keeping the legs spread. Be quiet, Chip. Be quiet. Maybe you can find that balance for a second, keeping a hold of the toes. Maybe you roll back onto the back and try it again. And then we'll stay in that seat when you come up. Press the feet together to lower the knees down. Inhale, lengthen up and start to pull your body forward. You're being good. I know that's hard for you. Thank you. You're very good. He didn't come. It's okay. I'll give you treats. I will. Hey, guys, I'm not done yet. All right, one more chance to let something go. Breathe right into those inner thighs or where you feel the tension, and then soften there. Notice that there might be a thought you're having, even if it's not as direct as I am tense, but some thought that's identifying with this tension in this body. And see if you can move beyond the thoughts and allow this yoga magic to soften that tension. Slowly come back up, straighten the legs out. This time we will get them nice and straight. Maybe even lifting the heels up and drawing the toes back towards the face. Inhale the arms up, palms together, lift a little higher, and then hinge forward and grab whatever you can. And keep lengthening everywhere you can. Take the biggest inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and soften into it. Maybe head gets heavy, maybe you even round a little bit. You can relax the feet down if you want, or you can keep kicking through the heels, whatever feels better here. Just stay with this breath and let it happen. All right, slowly come up, bring your feet flat on the ground, and roll back onto the back. We're just gonna roll back into plow just for a couple of breaths. See if you can get the toes to touch the ground back there. So we don't have much time here, so right away go ahead and soften through the neck, the shoulders, the face. Letting go and letting go and letting go. Really slowly roll one vertebrae at a time back down. When your butt touches the ground, draw those toes in towards the face. And then slowly lower the left foot down till it's almost touching the ground. Kick out through the heels. Now reach up, grab the back of that right leg, and start to pull the leg down towards your body and pull the body up towards the leg. Soften the shoulders down towards the floor. Find that balance between the legs, both legs kicking out evenly. Now bring the left foot flat on the ground. Lower the head down. Grab the outside edge of the right foot with the left hand. Bring the right arm straight out to the side, palm facing down. And start to guide that right knee over to the left. And then bend the knee and bring that right heel right into that left hip flexor. And then slowly let your body fall to the left till the right foot touches the ground. You can keep a hold of that foot if you need to keep it tucked there. Start to drop the right knee out away from you. Gaze out over the right hand. Use the breath. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Straighten your legs up. Lower the right foot till it almost touches. Activate both legs. Reach up, grab the back of that left leg. Pull it down towards your body. Pull your body up towards the leg. Activate both legs evenly. Relax the shoulders evenly. Find your breath. Make it even too. Bring your right foot flat on the ground. Lower the head. Grab the outside edge of the foot with the right hand. Start to guide it across the body. And then bend the knee and hook that foot right on the hip flexor. And keep dropping the body to the right till the left foot touches ground. Reach the left arm straight out to the side. Let the gaze follow. Let the knee fall open. Maybe you're keeping a hold of that foot. Don't worry too much about how this looks. Maybe you're trying to lower that left glute back down towards the ground. Maybe you're trying to drop that knee out away from you. Just find a place where it feels good. And allow your breath to help you soften. Slowly release, come back, hug your knees in one last time. And then let your legs go along on the mat. And spread your feet a little bit, let your toes fall open. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Close your eyes and come back to that inner body sensation. For just a few more minutes, let all of the exterior world fall away. There is no past, there is no future, there's only this moment. Before you invite that deeper breath back, just come back to that inner body sensation. And then take the deepest, slowest breath, waking yourself up from the inside out. See if you can commit to seeing that inner world primarily, and then the outer world secondarily. Sometimes we get too focused on the exterior and our inner world just kind of gets neglected. See if you can stay in that place. There is no future and there is no past, but just this moment. As you roll onto your right side, or either side, really. When you feel ready, slowly drag yourself back up to a seat. Let your head stay heavy and your eyes stay closed. Inhale the arms up. Grab that ball of energy between your hands. See if you feel it a little more than you did when we started. Bring that ball of energy right down to your forehead. Pour it in there for good, pure thoughts. Down to the heart, lips for good, pure communication. And down to the heart for good, pure intentions. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Bring the thumbs to that space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. The light and dark in me honors and sees the light and dark in you. When we are in that place, we are one. We are everything. Namaste.